Every man has faced this moment. You go after a woman, maybe you put your heart on the line, and she rejects you. She says she doesn't see you that way, or she just doesn't give you the green light you were hoping for. But here's where it gets confusing. After rejecting you, she still acts interested. She texts you. She likes your posts. She laughs at your jokes. She shows up where you are, and now you're left stuck in the middle, asking yourself, what does she really want from me? This is where a lot of men get it wrong. Some men start chasing even harder, trying to convince her to change her mind. Others get angry, cut her off completely, or play childish games. Both approaches come from frustration, not clarity. And frustration never wins in the dating world. Here's the reality. When a woman rejects you but still acts interested, she's testing your strength, your patience, and your value. She wants to see what kind of man you really are. Do you fold under mixed signals, or do you stand tall and handle yourself like a man who knows what he brings to the table? This video is going to show you exactly how to deal with this situation. I'll break it down into simple steps that will help you take back control, stop wasting time, and keep your dignity intact. You'll learn how to read her actions, how to stay in control of your emotions, how to respond with confidence, and how to decide if she's even worth your energy in the first place. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what to do the next time a woman rejects you, but still hangs around acting interested.
1. Read her true signals. The first thing you need to do when a woman rejects you but still acts interested is to slow down and carefully read her signals. This is where most men trip up. They mistake friendliness for attraction, or they confuse politeness with genuine interest. If you're not sharp, you'll end up wasting months chasing something that doesn't exist. Here's the truth. A woman's actions speak louder than her words, but her actions also need to be understood in context. For example, does she text you first, or does she only reply when you reach out? Does she make time to see you, or does she constantly cancel and reschedule? Does she flirt with you in person, or does she only keep it playful over social media where there's no real effort involved? You have to separate real investment from surface-level attention. Real investment looks like her calling you, asking about your day, making plans, and following through. Surface-level attention looks like her liking your photos, dropping emojis, or giving you just enough attention to stay on your mind. One pulls her closer into your life, the other keeps you stuck in her orbit. When a woman rejects you but still hangs around, it's often because she enjoys the attention and validation you give her. You make her feel good, but she hasn't decided if you're a man she truly wants. That's why it's critical to step back and ask yourself, is she showing signs of genuine interest, or is she just keeping me around for convenience? The easiest way to read her signals is to pay attention to consistency. A woman who wants you won't leave you confused for long. She'll show it with her energy, her time, and her effort. If she's inconsistent, rejecting you one day, then pulling you close the next, you've got to see that as a red flag. Men who succeed in the dating world are men who don't chase shadows. They know how to separate a woman who's truly interested from a woman who's just keeping them around for her own comfort. Once you can read her true signals, you'll know exactly whether to lean in or step back. 2. Control your emotions. This is where the real challenge comes in. A woman rejects you but still acts interested, and your mind starts racing. One minute you're hopeful, thinking maybe she's changing her mind. The next minute you're frustrated, wondering why she's stringing you along. That emotional roller coaster is exactly what drains men and makes them lose their frame. Here's the hard truth. The moment you let your emotions control you, you hand over all your power. She might not even realize she's doing it, but every time she throws mixed signals, you react. You start over-analyzing her texts, replaying conversations in your head, and adjusting your behavior just to win her approval. That's not attraction. That's self-sabotage. The strongest move you can make in this situation is emotional control. That means refusing to get too high when she gives you attention, and refusing to sink too low when she pulls back. You don't let her dictate your mood or your self-worth. Instead, you remain steady, calm, unshaken. Think of it this way. A woman is naturally drawn to a man who doesn't break under pressure. If she sees that she can shake you with a little rejection or reel you back in with a little attention, then she knows she controls the game. But if she sees that you keep moving with or without her, she feels your strength. That's when she starts questioning her decision to reject you. Here's a simple tactic. The next time she pulls away, don't chase. Let her go. And when she comes back acting interested, don't jump all over it. Match her energy, but don't overextend yourself. This shows her that you're not desperate, and it forces her to respect your time. Also, learn to check your thoughts. Instead of asking, why is she doing this? Ask yourself, am I okay with this kind of behavior in my life? That shift alone keeps you from slipping into victim mode. Remember, you're the prize. Your emotions should never be at the mercy of someone else's indecision. Controlling your emotions is not about being cold or heartless. It's about being grounded. When you stay grounded, you create an aura of strength that women can feel. And that strength is what makes her see you differently. 3. Match her energy, don't chase. Now that you've learned to control your emotions, the next step is adjusting your behavior to match hers, not exceed it. This is one of the most powerful tactics in modern dating because it keeps you from giving more than you're receiving. Here's the mistake most men make. When a woman rejects them but still hangs around, they start doing double the work to win her back. They text more. They call more. They suggest plans. They try to prove their value by going over the top. But what happens? She gets comfortable knowing she doesn't have to put in much effort. You're already doing everything for her. Matching her energy flips that dynamic. If she sends you a short text, you respond with a short text. If she takes a day to reply, you take your time as well. If she's inconsistent about seeing you, you don't bend over backward to make it happen. You mirror the level of investment she's showing. No more and no less. Why does this work? Because it communicates without words. I'm not going to carry this connection on my back. If she wants something with you, she has to meet you halfway. That subtle pressure forces her to evaluate her feelings. If she's truly interested, she'll step up her game. If she's not, she'll fade out. And that's actually a blessing because it saves you time and energy. Another benefit of matching energy is that it keeps you in control of your self-respect. You'll never look back and feel like you begged for attention or compromised your standards. Instead, you'll know you gave her the chance to show up, and if she didn't, you moved on with your dignity intact. This also sets you apart from other men. Most guys will chase endlessly when they sense even a little interest. You, on the other hand, stand out because you don't chase, you respond. You act like a man who already has options and doesn't need to overwork for someone who rejected him. That energy is magnetic. Here's a quick tip. Next time she gives you attention after rejecting you, don't rush to give her your full focus. Pause. Take your time before replying. Live your life. When she sees that she doesn't have instant access to you, she'll start questioning whether she underestimated you. That's when the tables turn. Remember, attraction isn't built by trying harder. It's built by balance. Matching her energy protects your value, keeps you from chasing, and allows her to either step up or step aside. Either way, you win. 4. Build silent attraction. One of the strongest moves you can make after a woman rejects you but still hangs around is to build silent attraction. Silent attraction isn't about chasing her or constantly proving yourself. It's about creating curiosity and pulling her in without saying much at all. Here's what happens when you stop over-engaging. She starts noticing. If she's used to you always being available, always texting back right away, always being the one to reach out, and suddenly that changes, it creates a gap. That gap makes her wonder what's going on in your world, and that curiosity is the seed of attraction. Silent attraction is about showing your value without announcing it. For example, Focus on improving yourself. Hit the gym, level up your style, push forward in your career, or expand your social circle. You don't need to rub it in her face or brag about it. Just live your life at a higher level. When she sees it, either directly or through the small things you share, she feels it. Women can sense growth, and they're drawn to men who are evolving. Another piece of silent attraction is pulling back your availability. You don't have to ignore her or play childish games, but you should avoid being the man she can rely on for endless attention. If she texts you, you don't have to drop everything to respond. If she calls, you don't need to answer on the first ring. Move on with your life and let her see that your world doesn't revolve around her decision. Social proof is another powerful, silent attraction tool. When you're seen enjoying life, connecting with people, and thriving without her, it shifts the way she views you. A woman who rejected you may begin to second-guess her choice when she realizes other women find you valuable. And the beauty of it? You didn't have to say a word, you just lived your life. This tactic works because it communicates confidence without confrontation. Instead of begging her to see your worth, you demonstrate it silently. Instead of asking for her attention, you create an environment where she wants to give it. Silent attraction is about letting your actions, your lifestyle, and your energy speak for you. Most men try to talk their way into attraction. They argue, they plead, they explain, hoping she'll finally see their value. But words rarely change a woman's mind. Energy does. When she feels the shift, when she sees that you're not sitting around waiting for her, that's when she reconsiders. So, when a woman rejects you but still hangs around, don't chase louder. Become quieter, stronger, and more focused on your growth. That silence, that self-respect, that progress is what makes her lean in. 5. Set clear boundaries. When a woman rejects you but still acts interested, the only way to protect yourself and keep your dignity is to set clear boundaries. Without boundaries, you'll end up as her emotional backup plan, the guy she reaches out to when she's bored, lonely, or needs a little attention. That's not a role you ever want to play. Boundaries aren't about being harsh or rude. They're about showing respect for yourself and making it clear what you will and will not tolerate. For example, if she rejected you, but still tries to keep you as her late-night texting buddy, you need to decide whether that works for you. If it doesn't, stop entertaining it. Don't reply to meaningless small talk at midnight. Don't let her pull you into endless conversations that go nowhere. Respect your time. Setting boundaries also means being upfront about what you're looking for. If she rejected you as a romantic option, but still wants to hang around in a half-hearted way, you don't need to play along. You can politely distance yourself and focus on women who show clear interest. This doesn't make you bitter or difficult. It makes you a man who knows his worth. Another key part of boundaries is controlling access. She doesn't get unlimited access to your energy just because she pops back in with mixed signals. If she wants your attention, she has to earn it. That means making real effort, not just giving crumbs. And if she doesn't step up, you don't bend. Boundaries keep you from being drained by someone who's unsure about you. Here's the powerful part. Boundaries actually increase attraction. Women respect men who have a backbone. When she sees that you're not going to let her play both sides, rejecting you while keeping you in her orbit, she has to reevaluate. She either respects your standards and starts putting in effort, or she leaves. Either way, you win. Don't be afraid to walk away if your boundaries aren't respected. Walking away is the strongest boundary of all. It shows her that you'd rather have your peace than waste time on someone indecisive. And trust me, most of the time, walking away is what makes her chase. Boundaries protect your mental health, save you time, and keep you focused on what matters. Building a life where only genuine people belong. You're not here to be someone's safety net. You're here to connect with women who truly value you. And when you set strong boundaries, you make sure that's exactly what happens. 6. Focus on your growth. When a woman rejects you but still hangs around acting interested, the smartest thing you can do is turn your attention back to yourself. Too many men waste valuable time analyzing her every move, instead of using that same energy to level up their own lives. The truth is, the more you focus on your growth, the less confusing her behavior becomes, and the more attractive you become in the process. Growth is magnetic. Women can sense when a man is on an upward path. It shows in how you carry yourself, how you speak, how you move through life. If you're constantly improving, you naturally command respect without asking for it. On the other hand, if you sit around waiting for her to figure it out, you're sending the message that your life is on pause until she makes a decision. That's weakness, and women feel it instantly. So what does focusing on growth look like? It means taking care of your body. Hit the gym, clean up your diet, and build the discipline that comes from pushing yourself physically. It means handling your money, learning to save, invest, and create financial stability. It means sharpening your mind, reading, learning new skills, and pushing yourself into new opportunities. And it means building your network, surrounding yourself with people who inspire you instead of dragging you down. When you do this, two things happen. First, your confidence grows because you're no longer waiting for external validation. You don't need her approval because you're busy creating a life you're proud of. Second, she notices. Even if she rejected you before, growth makes her reconsider. She sees other women noticing you. She sees you moving with more confidence. Suddenly, the man she brushed off isn't the same man anymore. That shift alone can flip her perspective. But here's the important part. Growth is not about winning her back. It's about winning yourself back. You become more valuable, not just in her eyes, but in your own. Whether she steps up or not becomes less important because your life is expanding regardless. Ironically, that's what makes her more likely to chase. But by then, you're not desperate for her attention anymore. You're in control. Think of it this way. Rejection is often a hidden opportunity. Instead of taking it as a hit to your ego, use it as fuel. Let it push you harder in the gym, sharper in your career, and calmer in your mindset. The stronger you get, the less you'll tolerate mixed signals, because you'll know you deserve clarity and respect. At the end of the day, your growth is the ultimate power move. It keeps you attractive, it builds your confidence, and it ensures that no rejection can ever break you. When you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, you'll never have to chase anyone. They'll naturally chase you. 7. Decide if she's worth it. At some point, you need to step back and make a decision. Is this woman actually worth your time, energy, and attention? Because here's the reality. Mixed signals are a signal in themselves. If she rejected you, but still lingers in your life acting interested, that's already showing you she's not fully clear about what she wants. And a man who values himself doesn't let indecision drag him along forever. The first question you need to ask yourself is simple. What am I getting out of this? If her presence in your life is giving you stress, confusion, and constant second-guessing, then the answer is clear. She's not worth it. Relationships, even in the early stages, should bring clarity and peace, not constant guessing games. Next, think about her consistency. A woman who's genuinely interested will make it known. She'll show up, she'll put in effort, and she'll leave no doubt about her intentions. If she's not doing that, then she's either keeping you as a backup plan or just enjoying the attention you provide. Neither of those options benefit you as a man who values himself. This is where standards come into play. Your standards should be higher than just, she gives me some attention. You should want a woman who is decisive, respectful, and clear about wanting you. Anything less wastes your time. When you raise your standards, you naturally weed out women who play games, and you attract the ones who know your worth. Now, here's the truth. Many men don't like to face. Sometimes, the best move is walking away completely. Not in anger, not in spite, but in calm clarity. If she rejected you, but still wants to keep you around in a gray zone, you don't owe her your time. You can politely step back and focus on women who bring certainty instead of confusion. And when you do that, you regain your power. Ironically, deciding she's not worth it often flips the script. When she realizes you're no longer hanging around waiting for her, she may chase you harder than before. But by then, you'll be in control. You'll have the choice whether to give her another shot or move on completely. Remember, you're not just another option in a woman's life. You're a man who brings value, strength, and direction. Any woman who wants to be in your life should recognize that and act accordingly. If she doesn't, then she's simply not worth your energy. Deciding if she's worth it puts you back in the driver's seat. It protects your peace, strengthens your confidence, and ensures you're not wasting time on someone who doesn't fully value you. At the end of the day, your life should be filled with people who choose you clearly, not people who keep you stuck in uncertainty. When a woman rejects you but still acts interested, it's a test of your strength, focus, and standards. You can either get trapped in her mixed signals or rise above them by reading her actions clearly, controlling your emotions, matching her energy, and setting strong boundaries. The key is to focus on your growth and decide whether she truly deserves a place in your life. Remember, you're not here to be anyone's backup plan. You're here to be chosen fully. When you carry yourself with that clarity and confidence, you'll never struggle with confusion again.